So right now we have brought out a few claims to review them. So the first one, we say raising minimum wage will not change the living standard of the workers, and we have some support for it. Different states have different minimum wage. The reason different states have different minimum wage because different states have different economic status, so they have to change the minimum wage to fit their living standard for the workers, and they usually higher than the federal minimum wage. And our next point, like few minimum wage, there are a few minimum wage positions, and there are little benefit to the workers if we raise the minimum wage. So I have some more evidence for it. So an example from the article, what is the minimum wage, is history and effect on economy from the Heritage Foundation. So Patty Jones, single mothers in Des Moines, Iowa, get a job at a minimum wage, and she works full-time work job from, and her income is from $1,100 to $1,800. So if she get the raise to $10 an hour, her monthly income falls to $1,500. She also lose over $200 from the original income she get. And at the same time, the price market will rise, and she will lose $71 in EITC refunds, and she has to pay $37 payroll tax and $45 in state income tax. She also lose $88 from the food stamp and $528 in child care subsidies. So she will lose more money than she gets. And the next point we have, raising minimum wage will reduce poverty. And there's not a big impact on poverty by raising minimum wage. According to the article, raising minimum wage will still solve poverty. 47 million Americans living in poverty right now, and only 1 to 6% earning the minimum wage or less. The number of the poor people who depend on the minimum wage earners is relatively small. In 2013, only 1% of the American population earn a wage at or below $7.25. And they bring up some claims that older workers, that if they earn minimum wage, they usually be under the poverty line. So I have some evidence to support my claim, like earning minimum wage won't make them rich, but still above the poverty line. In 94% of families with an adult who works a job that pays at or below the minimum wage, the spouse works as well, making a two-income household. And in 8 out of 10 of the families with children present, the minimum wage accounts for less than 20% of the household total income. And 3/4 of older workers earning the minimum wage live above the poverty line. They have an average income of $42,000 a year, well above the poverty line of $22,000 per year for a family of 4, according to Shurkins. And as we said before, the majority of minimum wage workers are teenagers and disadvantaged workers. So according to the study by Xavier and Richard and Harrison, when New York State increased from $5.15 to $6.75 per hour in 2004 and 2006, there was a 20.2% to 21.8% reduction in employment of younger, less educated individuals, with greatest impact on the age of 16 to 24. So if we raise the minimum wage, as they say, we could live around 1.6 million workers out of poverty. It's less than 2% of 40 million workers in the totals in America.